All right.
Hello.
What's happening?
Hello.
You guys are doing good? Holy shit. Why is it every single time we do this?
Yeah.
Which we've done for 114 episodes.
Oh, wow. Yeah? What's your question?
That we're always running late.
Well, it's called Greg LaMontagne effect.
Maybe. I don't know. What's up, Javon? Oh, boy. I don't know. What's up, Jessica?
Okay,
How you guys doing? Julia, what's happening? Live from your treadmill. Nice.
Who's live from the treadmill?
Julia's live from the treadmill.
We just got done saying we didn't do shit today.
We didn't work out tonight.
That's really rare for
It's
both of
a
us.
very unusual situation.
I'd love to share, but I'm special.
You have a phone right in front of you. You just go to Facebooks.
Books.
The Facebooks, and you go ding, 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 ding. Guys, Ian, what's happening? Thanks for joining us on The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg.
Jace,
I'm Greg, and that is
I'm Beth.
Beth. DJ, what's happening? You guys are having a good night?
Ooh, DJ called us out. We
What do you
haven't
say?
done shots yet.
I'm on hour 40 since I've slept and hung in there for this. Thank you,
Wow.
guys.
Holy crap.
Beth could have at least taken a shower today.
Oh, well, then, I kind of like
I mean,
to
if
keep
he's
it
on
dirty.
your
I
hour
kind of like
40.
to keep it dirty sometimes.
It's not that kind of show.
So I appreciate that you opened a glass of wine for me and poured me half of a bottle into my
You
Hello
had
Kitty cup.
3 of those cabs. I was like, you might as well drink some.
And I only work half day tomorrow, so why not, right? But
Yeah,
I still
fuck it.
have my Diet Coke. I've been dying for
I got a Diet
Coke.
Coke story here, or a
I've been dying
Coca-Cola
for
story
Diet-
here in a little bit.
Diet Coke for all week, and I was like, just hold out till Wednesday. You don't need them. Just hold out.
Don't do it. Just drink all the wine.
No, I was waiting for
You're going
this.
out of town.
I'm not going out of town.
She's going in town to somewhere else. We'll talk about that in a little bit, too.
But
Hey, real quick, go out, check us out on The Bar is Open at Beth and Greg at iTunes and Spotify if you're a listener. And then also on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the YouTubes for the live streams and all of that good stuff. So if you don't mind, go out and give us a thumbs up, a like, a review, if you will, on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it. Yeah. You okay over there? You figuring that shit out?
I have to do it differently. When on my phone, it won't let me share. And you know how on here,
What are you talking
you try
about?
to do that. Look, try to change the name on the top of there. It don't let you.
Nuts. Not
Okay.
literally Castro's nuts.
I'm nuts. It's all right.
Get it? Castro's nuts.
That was bad.
You know what? You
What?
just go in over here and you do these things. So can you just talk about something for a second while I do this? Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, that might be the best sip of Diet Coke I've ever had in my life. And there was the belch that comes afterwards. It's been a hectic week because I'm only working 3.5 days this week. So trying to get 5 days of work in 3.5 days.
Did
You
Facebook
almost-
already change their requirements?
So
They're going through and they're doing a bunch of changes.
But you know that my Facebook is always weird. I don't get notifications until they're 3 days old.
I literally think Facebook has changed their shit already.
What makes you say that?
Because I should be able to share anyway. Woe is us.
Well, you could share with the link still. Is that how you did it?
Sure. Write a post. Oh, I got this. I got this.
You got this, man?
Never mind. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
It's okay.
That's the problem. We got some fun shit to talk
Hey,
about.
so
tonight.
here's the thing. I'm not afraid or too proud to admit that 75% of the time I don't know what I'm doing.
75% of the time you're 90% wrong.
75%, yes. 75% of the time, 25% of that I'm lost.
We got some fun shit to talk about tonight. Oh boy, said riding dirty. Yeah, you know what?
Riding dirty. Riding dirty.
Funny, I was just hanging out with Ian.
Okay. You guys
Across
are
the
riding
street.
dirty?
No, we weren't riding dirty. But dude, I threw up. I was like,
You
I
threw
need to
up?
listen. I didn't throw up. I needed to listen. I was like, I need some music, man. So I threw a
Oh, I
orange
think I have a speaker in there for you. Oh, one of my orange Strike Force?
Strike Force and
Oh,
a
you need
beer.
to liven up.
I didn't work out.
Needed to pump up the energy?
I need a little pump up the volume kind of
Okay.
situation.
And
So I threw on Yacht Rock.
I fucking love Yacht Rock.
Have you guys listen to Yacht Rock on Sirius?
It's only out during the summertime.
And it's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It is, but it's so ridiculous. It's
Gigi, what's happening?
fabulous. It plays like 70s, 80s,
He
and
nailed
90s.
this song and started singing it, and I'm like, come on.
Well, he's my age, so he probably knew it.
Dude, it was funny. as
What
shit.
song was it? Do you know? Ian, tell us what song it was.
I don't remember at this point, but he knew all the words. So cheers, you guys.
My lady friends are on.
Cheers. Beth's got a half a gallon of wine to
I
drink.
literally have a half a glass of wine in my Hello Kitty cup.
No, I have
What am I drinking? I didn't.
That is a Cabernet.
Were they
Becker Vineyards.
This is Becker Vineyards.
You're not a big
2017
cab person, so you had 3 bottles of that shit.
Sauvignon Reserve.
Yacht Rock. It's so fucking funny, dude. It is hilarious.
What?
Gigi said her husband listens to Yacht Rock.
It's so awesome. It's amazing.
It really is good,
it's
though.
so ridiculous. It's good.
It reminds me of, like, my youth.
I didn't listen to it yet
but
this
not
summer.
I mean, like,
You're
like the early Billy Joel when I was a little
Yes.
kid kind of thing. So fucking
It's a good
funny.
station. It's fun. Let's see.
It is what it is, DJ. You know what?
Ooh, it
Hey,
smells
guys,
strong.
if you're out there and you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or something like that, and you get a chance, go out to and listen to
Not
it.
bad.
Watch us live sometimes. We're normally on 9-ish on Wednesdays and Fridays. We switch from Saturdays to Wednesdays and Fridays.
My bestie, she better be
But go out and check us out there. Check out the boards, the chat rooms, stuff like that. It's fun as shit. There's quite a crew of folks that, and I've mentioned this in the past, that just kind of hang out and have a good time. So call it the boards. It really is fun.
You
so.
selected. Okay, so you didn't answer my question. Were they all the same cab, or were
The
they
same vintage. They were literally the same bottles.
Oh, with the big tree on it?
Yeah.
I love that tree. That tree is actually on
Their
their
property. Yeah. So they're in
You
Fredericksburg.
can't see it. It's a great
Don't-
tree.
Please God, don't drop it.
Great tree.
If for future spills, Beth brought up a whole goddamn.
Because you've been spilling a lot. And then one of our dogs got sick up here, and
One of the dogs pissed on the floor the other day.
I can't believe he did that. He looked at
We
you.
had a
and just was like-
housekeeper here.
he just looked at you and was like, "This is
Not
what
that
you
we're
get for."
spoiled. It's just every couple of weeks you have somebody come in and like
I'm
clean the
spoiled now.
house.
I cannot live without her. I don't know.
You didn't need to do anything before. What are you talking
She does a
about?
way better job than you did. She's
Oh,
way
get
more
fu-
thorough.
Yeah, she actually goes under the couches and
She goes.
stuff.
She moves the dog food buckets in the pantry
It
to
is
vacuum
nice.
and clean back there. I was like, "Whoa, lady, you're serious about
Money
this shit."
well spent.
Especially because they're here for 3 hours and she's charging me $130.
Money well spent.
Man, I love her. I'm gonna marry her.
Her name's Marion. She's
Her
awesome.
name is Marlene.
How?
Marlene.
Or Marlene?
Like.
Can you say
yeah.
Marlene?
It
It's
spells.
not Marlene.
It's Marlene. It's got an I. It's
Marlene.
Marlene.
What's
It
happening,
is.
Marlene?
Come on, white boy.
Oh,
Hey.
tell them about the salsa girl
So
from her gym.
at my
It's kinda
gym,
funny.
I work out with a girl who makes her
TJ,
own
what's
salsa.
going on, dude?
And whenever she met me, she like came up to me. She's like, "Hi, my name's Maria. You know, have you worked out long? We've never worked out together." And we just kind of became friends. And then we ran into her in Helotes days, and she introduced herself to Greg. And I loved how "Hi, I'm Maria." And I looked at her and I go, "Dude, she just whited her name for you because she says Maria to anyone who's Hispanic."
It was funny,
It
and
was
I'm like, I'll
hilarious.
take the hottest fucking
She
salsa
just started
you have.
laughing. I was like, "Crack me up, girl."
Yeah, Julie
You do
asked how
you.
many times a week. Just we have her come once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks.
Yep. Just for a couple hours.
So worth it.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, Greg is a neat freak, and he definitely took care of the house because, again, he's the woman and I'm the dude. I'm like, whatever.
Get fucked.
And it's true.
You just.
I don't
no,
care.
You're your mom's daughter.
And my dad's
and
daughter.
you would not take it. No.
The kitchen is clean and the bathroom
We've gone
is
over
clean.
this before, so
And I don't care about
Beth-
anything else.
likes to use pledge on fucking everything.
Okay, so-
and all that does when you have 3 dogs is catch dog hair.
When was the last time I ever dusted?
14 years ago,
And why is that?
because I yelled at you for
And you
doing it wrong.
redid the whole thing, and I was like, "You think it's wrong? I'm not doing it. You do you, bro. I'm not going to
Don't
do you."
fucking dust wrong, and you can have the job back.
Hey, if you think your way is the right way, I'm going to let you clean all you want, brother. It's all you.
You know what?
I'm
it's
not
one of
gonna
those
miss
things
cleaning.
that just kind of takes a little stress off.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It gives you a little free time.
I don't. So here's the thing that's crazy about it too. We are
It's
much
like washing your own car.
we are much neater people because of her now.
It's because we pre-clean the house.
Well, no, but it stays like that for 2 weeks. Like there might be a pile on our little countertop that we put all our shit on by the end of the second week, but we are definitely.
You're absolutely right, DJ. It's like if we have the means to be able to do it.
And she is a local business,
she's-
and it's her and one other girl, and
It's usually
sometimes
her
her
daughter
daughter.
or something
No,
like that.
her daughter
Or-
only comes occasionally
Is
because
that
I
what
think
it is?
her daughter's a full-time student.
It's awesome. Yeah.
But I mean, I feel good because it's a local business, and
Can you angle your mic towards your face, please? There you go. How long have you done this? 114 episodes?
not long enough to get it right for you, brubba.
Brubba?
Brubba. It was gonna be
Brubba.
brother and Bubba. Brubba.
The reason she's drinking wine tonight is because I guilted her into it because she's wearing a red wine and blue
Cute hat, right?
Hell yeah, it is.
I like it. I like how it fits.
Yeah, so TJ, you got Every 3 weeks, exactly. It's just somebody to come in and
Wait, I didn't get that one.
you're not going to because it's on. He's on the Facebook
On the FB.
Yeah.
How
so
often?
you can
Every
also
3 weeks?
Huh?
Every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But she does keep us much neater.
Fuck yeah.
We keep ourselves neater because she also organized things. I'm like,
Oh my God!
fuck
She went
didn't
through
we
her
think
whole
about
kitchen
that?
and was like, "This needs to be here and this needs to be here." And
We were like,
"We've been here for 3 years. We haven't
why
done
did
any
we
of this
think
shit."
about that?
Let's get into this show. So you'll see on the screen here fun things to do in Texas, and I have to.
I never got it before we had one.
Throw this out to Daisy, who I work out with at Submission Concepts. Fun things that you have to. Can you see it on your screen?
What?
Fun things to do in Texas. So funny thing. There's some funny ones on here, and it's. TJ said it's a bajillion degrees.
It's
and
120.
It's literally like it's gonna be 120 Friday, 119 Friday.
TJ, it rivals the day Greg and I got married, right? When it was 117.
When we got married. Yeah. Let me pull up the weather real quick in Phoenix
We're
because
the
it's
dumbasses
goddamn
who get married in August in
hilarious
Phoenix.
that lived there for 90 million years. So it's currently in Phoenix. It's 109 degrees.
It is only 7:30.
Yeah. It's gonna be 117 tomorrow, Friday. 117.
I think last week was
they
really
dropped
hot.
it. It's not gonna be the
No,
119.
last week was really hot. The end of
No,
last week was,
this week
I
was
thought,
supposed to be.
120.
Yep, they've currently dropped it. So it is one of those things that you start thinking about. But Texas is I don't want to say it's better or worse. It's just different. It is humid as fuck here. Absolutely humid.
I think it was worse last week, though.
Because yesterday it rained for like,
it
7
did.
seconds?
It did, but it brought the temperature down, so that was nice.
Like a degree.
No, because we're cooler now, too. We were 98s last week, and we're 92 this whole week.
It sucks.
It doesn't. Come on.
Sweaty.
Don't be a.
It's very sweaty here.
Well, you're sweaty by nature, anyways.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You come home from the gym, and I'm like, ew.
No,
don't
that's
touch me.
jujitsu shit. And they closed. I don't understand why jujitsu people have to turn off
They
the
need to
goddamn
sweat.
air conditioning.
They gotta feel like they're
all
working.
trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to survive.
Oh, speaking of losing weight, so I went back to intermittent fasting starting
We aren't
yesterday.
done with this story.
Oh, well, I just pulled a Greg LaMontagne and.
Okay, go back to intermittent fasting. Let's talk about that real quick. Things to do in Texas while you're heat stroking.
Intermittent fast. So
you don't want to get too full.
I do really well on
out.
intermittent fast. Wow, how much more? I've only had 2 sips. Intermittent fasting, and I got really good. That's how I lost most of my 15 pounds that I
Sweaty by
lost.
nature.
And I went back to it yesterday. I'm starting slow. I'm doing 12 on, 12 off.
Okay.
So I'm not eating till 11 a.m. Like anything, no snacks,
You're
no
stopping by
nothing.
11.
And I'm stopping by 11. I don't know if you've noticed. Last night I got my.
And all you had
sweet
was
treat.
a little candy.
Well, no,
kind
I
of
had a
thing.
couple candied nuts.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I had some nuts. And today, though, both days, and I can understand why it works, because literally by 11 o'clock, I was starving and ready to chew my arm off. My stomach was like, and I was like, yeah, burn that internal fat, baby, burn it. But so I'm going to do 12 hour, probably till middle of next week, and then go back to a 15 and 9.
A 15 on eating
15
food?
no eating food and 9 eating food. So I'll eat from 2 to 11. It works really well for me. I just need to make sure I eat enough. before I
Who
go to the
are
gym.
you?
That's how I lost the 15 pounds when this whole
Stole
pandemic
my
started.
wife.
Why? Because I didn't have Pringles for the first 3 days of this week for
I
breakfast.
bought you Pringles today. I'm throwing them out. I'm going to fucking shake the whole can. And there's going to be Pringle dust.
Oh, that looked bad.
I love you. Can we go back to the thing? I'm happy for you.
Why?
With
Then
your-
I'm intermittent fasting?
Yeah.
You'll be happy to me until I get hangry. I'll be like, what the fuck, dude?
I'll just come upstairs and work.
I know. That's a good part about it, is you are upstairs and very far away from me. So.
Absolutely. So
Things to do.
things to do in Texas, have a heat stroke. That's one. It's all relative to where you're at
No, it happens a lot
in Texas.
in Texas. See, my sister-in-law had it happen to her last week at the NASCAR races.
Oh, really?
She didn't drink enough water, and it was
Come on, people.
98
fucking
degrees
summertime.
in
You
the
live
sun.
in the South.
I had a girlfriend.
Get bit by a water moccasin. Not lucky enough to have seen one of those here yet.
They're scary on the
They're
water.
not scary.
They are scary. They're like a scary movie coming right at you, right on top of the water. You're like, what the?
That's why you
I'm out. I'm out,
smash 'em with a
bitches.
paddle.
And again, another
Sweat
reason
your
why
balls
I don't
off
get in
is
the water.
definitely a thing. So that's where you get the powder out. If you have
When you've
balls,
you've got that. What is the stuff you have?
chalk up.
No, but you have the spray stuff. ball deodorant.
Oh, but that's deodorant. That's not a drying thing. That's just to make sure they don't smell funny.
Okay. Did they give you a powder?
Take a shower,
in that too?
motherfucker. Huh?
Did they give you a, what is the group you're part of?
Manscaped?
Manscaped.
Yeah.
Did they give you ball powder?
No.
Do they have any?
No, you just use Gold Bond.
Baby powder.
No, Gold Bond.
Why? What's the difference?
Tingles.
Yeah, but then your balls smell like a baby. I mean, isn't that what every woman
No,
wants?
because doesn't baby powder like clump? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I know baby powder is really bad for women.
Yeah, because it's got, I don't know. I stick with Gold Bond.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we even have any?
Oh, yeah. I got a goddamn,
Where do you hide that bad boy at?
I don't hide it. It's under my cabinet. It's not hidden.
How do
Jesus.
I hear us?
Get sucked into a tornado. That's in northern Texas, generally speaking.
there's
We did have
a tiny chance of getting a tornado here, but it's tiny.
Yeah, maybe. We did have a tornado warning the first year I was here.
Yes.
And I was at the ranch. You were here by
We
yourself.
talked about it.
And I was like, what the fuck?
If you're from here, if you're from San Antonio, you're like, whatevs.
Run from wasps. Funny story.
All outside.
I'm
Greg
fairly
is
certain
obsessed
I've
with
got a
bugs right now.
goddamn
You're
wasp
obsessed.
nest in my truck.
Yeah, but right before that, you also said you think we have a bee's nest somewhere.
I heard
you
a buzzing.
Are fucking
Literally, I
insect
stand in the
obsessed right now.
front
Like,
of my
the
garage.
Flies and the mosquitoes have apparently gotten to you already, and it's only June. You're like,
I'm fairly certain I saw one fly into the front of my truck, and
I
it
saw
didn't
it,
come the
baby.
fuck back out.
Yep.
So
But it's too hot in there. When you turn your truck on,
I haven't driven my truck.
since yesterday.
Well, I drove it today.
Oh, you did drive it today,
Yeah,
so
so there you
I'm
go.
pretty sure they would die.
Maybe there's just one.
right, so what else
it's
we
a
got?
single bee's nest.
Have a fire ant farm. You'd be fine. You're not allergic to
I'm not
fire
allergic
ants.
to fire ants.
One thing you're not allergic to.
Run the air conditioner and heater in the same day. That has happened.
That has happened. Not
Not right now.
recently.
Not
That
right now.
hasn't happened to us here, has it?
Yeah.
When?
I think the air just kicks on at a certain point because it's
No, I
like
do get
32 in the morning and then
Like
75
I
during the
today
day.
made you turn off the ceiling fan for me because you had it so cold in here. I was like, I can't do it. I had to go outside because I had goosebumps. It was too cold. You had it, I know you guys are gonna all be like, that's not fucking cold. You had it on 77. For the Montanes, that's North Pole.
No, for you, that's more. I work upstairs, basically right where we're at.
We sleep with it at 76, babe. Come on, that's the coldest it ever gets in this house.
Telling you. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Fall into stickers in your front yard. We're lucky that we don't have those.
Because we have actual grass, but like our next door neighbors probably has stickers.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have grass.
'Cause
She's
she-
got very neatly kept.
Weeds.
They're not weeds. I don't
Those
know
are
what
weeds.
it is. Is
She's
it weeds?
absolutely got fuck.
At least
whatever.
somebody keeps them tame.
This is a true one. So again, we're all about convenience. She does the grocery order. I go pick it up. Sitting there, literally, if we get ice cream, I have to be like, come on, fucker, let's go.
It's funny because what we're having for dinner tonight was
Because groceries will thaw and
mac and
melt.
cheese.
Arizona thing, too.
We got this really great. HEB's got the best mac and cheese with bacon and chicken, and you just cook it in the oven for a minute. Well, when it came home on Sunday, it kind of was sliding all over the place because it was kind of warm. I was like, oh, look, it's not so cold. Hopefully it cooks well.
So after this, if you don't see us for 4 nights,
Oh, I
we
got
have
shit.
food poisoning.
I got shit to do. It don't matter.
You have a mosquito on your head. Oh, my God. That's at the bottom of the
get it?
list. No, it
Oh.
flew off. There's fucking mosquitoes. Okay, let's not jump ahead.
I want to know how flies and mosquitoes get in this goddamn house.
I don't know.
Sorry, Lord, I used your name in vain. But is it because you come in and out so often?
No,
gotta be.
definitely not. Get second-degree sunburn. That's
Yes.
like normal.
We went to the pool on Saturday, and I think we commented on the show like we were literally there for an hour, and both of us got a tan.
Yep. And then finally, fist fight fucking mosquitoes. Dude, I got bit on my elbow 4 times by the same.
Have I asked you several times to go get the mosquito spray for the yard from Home Depot?
No, we have neighbors, right?
So spray our yard.
If they don't do it, the mosquitoes will come.
Spray the center grass. You'll put a barrier.
So
That or
anyway,
don't-
if you
that or
guys are
don't
really
complain about it.
excited, now I could add for for TJ out in Arizona, the rattlesnakes, the coyotes. We have coyotes out back, but you don't see them. Arizona, we'd see them running through the goddamn neighborhood. I had a
You saw coyotes here?
No, I said we
Oh,
have
in
them in the
Phoenix.
backyard. We can hear them. We'd have them run. They'd look like just dogs running down.
Do you
the
remember
street.
when
I
you
used to carry a big ass stick in my gun.
I was next door with Lisa and Richie, and we were drinking copious amounts of wine, and we were getting the backyard sodded in Phoenix. And so I took Mick out front, and he won't pee on a leash. So I took him off his leash. I was drunk. I know better.
Poor judgment.
A fucking coyote goes running by, and Mick takes off after him. I'm like, how the hell?
You never told me this.
I did tell you that. Richie actually told you. He let it slip, and Lisa and I both almost murdered him. It was like a year later. I was like, how the hell am I going to tell Greg that I
his
lost
favorite dog?
I lost his dog because it chased after
I
a
have
coyote.
other favorites too, but
because I didn't have it on a leash because the grass was a hot mess in the backyard. That's never going to be
that little
lived down.
fucker would have been.
I went running after him in flip flops and drunk. I'm surprised I didn't fall. First of all, and by the time I got down to the end of the street and back to the house,
we lived at the end of the street.
Towards the cul-de-sac. Like I was running because they went down into the right. Remember how
the wash?
No, the opposite direction.
Away from the cul-de-sac.
He went right on where you can take a right, and he just did a big circle. So he was back at the house before I was even back at the house. I was like, you are lucky you're a rescue right now. I think we'd had him for a while.
Like 3 years.
Yeah. He turned 6 this month.
I know. Happy birthday to Mick. So, Beth,
Yes, the heat, Gigi, is bad. I mean, it makes me frustrated here when people leave their dogs outside during the summer. I mean, I know it's not 117, but it is 80% humidity. They, on the news this week, were talking about, like, if it's 80 degrees outside, an hour in your car, it's 112.
I'll break windows and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. Don't care.
No, Mick was ready to tear that coyote. He was like, "You're in my neighborhood, bitch."
The problem is
that really fast.
Coyote, yeah, he is. That coyote has like 17 brothers in the.
No, he was by himself.
Yeah, but they're all hanging out.
Mick didn't care.
I know. So Beth won the UFC challenge this past week.
We have to pick a laptop.
Got to pick a laptop, honey.
Well, because
you said the Amazon Prime Days or some shit.
But it's already
so
on
lucky
sale
to
now,
her.
so.
But yeah, no, they were good fights. I actually picked the wrong photo, but she got
good fights.
Basically, I think the last 2 fights out of that too. So no, it was a good time. They were a good night. It was a good fight night. I thought, fucking dude, if you guys saw the fights,
the prelim that fight. That was I couldn't watch it. It was just dislocated.
And it was just.
Do you think he was trying to tap?
No, because his arm was that way.
Because the other guy had his other arm, so he had his arm and punching, and this arm was just going.
It was just.
I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna."
And they said he's fine. They relocated it.
So how long is
he
dislocated out? He's got to let it set for 6 weeks before he.
Oh
can...
yeah. He's gonna.
And
there's no permanent. I don't know if there's.
Is it going to dislocate now? Is he going to be like Mel Gibson on Lethal Weapon, with his shoulder?
I don't think so. I don't know. He'll have to do some rehab for shit, sure.
Oh, and it probably was killing him, and he saved face the whole time he was on.
Dude, he got done. He was just like.
He was holding it, and I was like.
That was a really, really bad job by that referee. And I even said it that night. I was like, that motherfucker should have called that.
When his arm was just popping around like that, he should have been like, and done. Because now
it wasn't like he was trying to fucking slap him with the back. No, he had a minute triangle.
There was no
he broke his arm.
self-control in that arm. It was
so kudos to Beth.
Literally was do.
Big winner, big wiener.
I'm pretty good at picking shit,
guys. The fucking murder hornets are back. So,
Jessica, actually in
what's up?
Arizona, you can hunt coyotes.
Oh yeah, you don't even need a tag for it.
No,
you don't need a permit for it.
It breaks my heart because we would go hiking sometimes and we would see people with
those motherfuckers run through our neighborhoods in Arizona.
It's like the peacocks that they're trying to kick out of this community in California because
we would literally,
they're
carry
annoying.
A stick, a big long.
No, I know that they're dangerous, but I still don't think you should be able to just shoot them.
If the motherfucker runs up to you,
no, that's one thing. But just to hunt them, that's.
I understand the whole.
And I totally back behind their
goddamn territory and all that. Yeah. But we lived right up against a wash. Did you?
Don't try to get in my wine, you bitch.
Fruit fly. I don't understand. Oh, I've got a fruit fly recipe.
Wait, what?
From Jim, a buddy at work. If you guys need a fruit fly recipe.
Oh, to catch them, not eat them.
Get your pen out. Half a cup of warm water, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 6 drops of Dawn. Cover
half
I thought you
of
the bowl.
Dong at first. I was like, where are you gonna get Dong from?
You just dip your dong in it 6 times. No, Dawn. Cover half the bowl with plastic wrap, and you just let it sit. and it attracts the fruit flies.
First, why do you have that many fruit flies in your house? Clean your fucking trash can.
Nope. He moved to Alabama.
Bama has a fruit fly issue?
Dude, we have a fruit fly issue.
We don't have a fruit fly issue.
Not
we have a
inside of our house.
mosquito issue.
Obviously, we got fucking covered.
But it's funny that you say that because I saw a recipe on TikTok this afternoon for how to catch a fly using a water bottle. I was like, why do you have flies?
Cut it in half.
Remember we used to have the friend that would put the double-sided tape in her house? I'm like, maybe you should clean more.
Nah, it's just shitty places. So, murder hornets are back. First one was found in 2020. This year was found in Seattle.
What? Oh, the murder hornets.
So if you guys remember those, can I have the connector thing? If you guys don't remember those, because I forgot to put this.
They supposedly really
Shit,
hurt when they bite you.
I didn't even send. Never mind. I didn't even send it to myself. So you're good.
Wow, dropping the ball, Monty.
Totally did. You're good.
So what did it say? Just they're back?
They think it's the first one back?
They've never gone away.
Well, it hasn't happened since the beginning
Last
of this
May?
year. So just don't think we're getting out of murder.
That somebody got
hornet.
stung, or what happened?
Nope, they just found one,
Oh.
and they think it might have been from last year. They're not sure.
What do you mean might have been
But it
from
had a
last year?
different DNA strain than the ones. So remember, the murder hornets are like the big fucking giant
And they
things.
supposedly hurt like a mother.
We actually talked about that like over a year ago.
Well, a couple times, yeah.
Because remember, he had that big fucking snail thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the same show as that. And yeah, I totally thought I had the murder hornet on here, but I missed it.
So while you look for that, I got my feet did. I'm ready to start my, what account is it? Where I just do my feet. I was practicing my poses.
Your podicure.
No, where you go on and people have to pay to see your feet.
Oh, are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do it.
Seriously, I think
don't
it'd
know.
be
We'll
fucking
see.
funny as
I
shit.
mean, I have to look up because I'm not foot porn.
Is that an
knowledgeable.
OnlyFans thing?
I don't know. You're the one that tells me all about it.
I'm not the one that tells you. I
No,
felt like I
but
have
people
Like I
do
must
it on
subscribe to it.
OnlyFans.
Want to try it?
I'm-
We'll report back.
I will
Don't tell
try it.
anybody,
I
though.
will.
Don't tell anybody.
I will look. Well, nobody's gonna know. I'm not gonna use my fucking name. Nobody's gonna know. But I'll have to
The
look up
bar
some
is
like
open. Beth's feet.
foot poses like that guy
You
told.
could sell dirty socks on it for like $100.
Ew.
I mean,
ew.
like dirty, but like worn. Not like gross, like I've worn them
That's
around my house
still
for a
disgusting. Why would somebody want to buy my slightly worn socks?
month. Dudes are disgusting, and they'll buy
What
anything.
do they do with the dirty? I don't know. Don't want to know.
They will literally buy anything. Guys will buy anything.
Ian said you're safe from murder hornets if you wear a mask.
Is it true? Is that true? Is that scientifically proven?
I mean, he's
Probably get
science
a-
Ian right now, so.
We'll probably get a COVID mark on this bitch.
Chuck!
What, is Chuck on?
Where have you been? Oh, my Chucky friend. For the smell, he says. Thanks, Chuck. That's so gross.
You don't have bad smelling feet.
Well,
Jessica said she's going to start selling her nether region.
her underwear? Girl, you
Clothes.
go. Imagine if it's a thong. People probably buy that shit like that. Be like, here's my thong. I wore it on Tuesday.
You could throw in like an old pair you're going to like you're going to throw in the trash, just throw it in there for a bonus.
Here's my workout underwear with it. Here's my granny panty workout underwear. Enjoy, brother.
$100 tip right there. God damn it, girls' weekend to Vegas.
I got repeat customers coming, baby. Repeat customers. yeah, Jess. How much would you sell those for? I'm going like
$7,500.
7,500.
75 to $100.
Oh, I was gonna say
fuck it, go big.
50 to 75. I mean, start with 50 to 75 and see how quick they go, and then be like, I'm gonna go buy 15 more pairs of underwear with this, and then I'm gonna charge $100 for every 15. Every one of those 15.
You have to have proof of wearing, like proof of life, proof of wearing.
Do you have to?
You know what I mean? Like, do you have to prove, like, send a waist
Like,
shot? Because
or
you're never
just-
putting
or
your
just
goddamn
pull
picture
your
on.
pants down a little
Your
bit,
face
let
is
them
never
see.
going on any of that
Pull
shit.
your pants down a little bit just so they see the waistband. You're like, yeah, these are the ones I'm selling, baby. And then here's your proof of wear.
I don't know how
I don't know.
that
This
works.
conversation's making me hot.
It's the wine.
It's totally the wine in the baseball cap.
Shit.
I'd start at 50, she said.
Cheers,
See,
you guys.
She and I are in the
Look, that's
same frame of mind.
quite the way to start out a show.
And it started with feet. I got my feet did. I've got to get better about going every 2 weeks. So, like, I was sitting in the chair yesterday, and I was like,
And even the lady's like, look, your foot looks
she
better.
made me touch my heel, and she's like, much better, right? And I was like, so much better, lady. I actually have feminine feet now. But I was sitting in the chair going, why do I put this off? I mean,
I've been telling you to do
throw
it for
some clothes
fucking
on,
a
take
month.
your iPad, and go sit in that chair for an hour and let somebody just work those feet, make you feel good. She had some strong ass hands. Like, she had my calves, and she found like one knot that I had in my calves. She was like, "Oh, me fix." I was like, "Don't fix it. Don't fix it.
Like, you're gonna
Don't
break
fix
me
it.
again. It's broken for a reason.
Don't fix it. You're killing me right now, Smalls." Her name was T.
So Macron got bitch slapped. Let's see this. Tell us about this thing.
So let me tell you first of all that I'm
Slapped
watching
in
this.
the face.
I'm like watching the story about it, and I literally just when I didn't know, they didn't start off by saying that was going to happen, and I'm watching it, and I just went, whoa, shit, because you just don't expect it. So what is he? Is he the French president?
Yep.
Was in a certain region of France going to talk about the fact that the COVID restrictions were going to start to be lifted. So he was out there to support the restaurants and the small businesses.
Yep.
And of course they had it.
They arrested this motherfucker like on the spot, right?
They had it blocked off so people could gather. And he's literally just like high-fiving people, shaking. And this guy shakes his hand. And while he's shaking his hand with one hand, he smacks him across the face with the other. And between... I don't know what they call. They're not the Secret Service, but whatever the French version of the Secret Service. I don't even think they knew what to do. Like they were like, and then they went and like it literally took them 2 seconds to be like, holy shit, he just slapped him.
I'm surprised he didn't get shot in the fucking face.
He did get arrested. His buddy who was with him had nothing to do with it. Got arrested. They don't tell you what happens to the buddy, but the guy got 4 months in jail.
When was this? When did this happen? Does it say?
It's recent. It was last week.
You're gonna share the video?
I'll play the video. Let's see.
So I read about it, but I hadn't seen the
make sure there's
video.
not a commercial.
All right. I had read about it, but I hadn't seen the video.
Well,
yet.
here's props to him. After everything settled down and they got the guy out of the audience, he went back. Okay,
Okay.
hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. All right.
All right. Let's see. Oh, we just got bitch slapped. Oh, he got bitch slapped again.
Like the guy that was behind him took him a second to be like, did that just hold on, I got to grab him and move him. He did go back. Oh, here we go. Like he's holding one hand, but I think it's really funny that it a dude, like it's so French that he slapped him.
It would have been more French if he had a glove in his hand and
Did it
slapped
double
him.
side? But would you say in America you're more likely to get punched by a dude than you are to get slapped by a dude?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's more like if you're a white dude, you're probably going to punch somebody. If you want to fuck with a dude's like ego, you open hand slap them.
So maybe that's why he did
Because
it.
if you open hand slap a dude, like you are just calling
I guess
him
when
a
he did it, he
bitch.
called out. They have some name. Let me see if it tells me what they have. Some like I guess the far right has made up a nickname for him.
bitch slap Macron.
No, but like he slapped the president and was heard.
Oh, for the dude
to
that
shout,
slapped?
Montjoy, I can't. It's French. Forget it. Montjoy and Saint Denis down with Macronism. That is the term that they put with him, I guess, because he's further left than.
Because he's a fucking asshole.
Is he? I don't know anything about him.
Dude, yeah. Gigi met. She watched Slap 10 times. Loved it.
Oh,
Kid's
did you
friend
like
is
the
over
first
there.
time?
Has
Did
been
it kind
locked
of
down
just like?
for months. I agree.
What?
Yeah, I
What?
mean,
What?
like France is still on lockdown. Like
Yeah.
Canada's just coming out, right? Whatever. I'm not going to fucking Canada.
I
That
would
place
go.
is a shit
I would
show.
go. I would
No,
go.
not right now. We're
I
not
wanna
going
go.
anywhere.
I know.
Because you have to. There's so many goddamn rules and blah blah blah. I'm not trying. There's enough places in the United States.
I
or
did
you just
watch
go to
it
Mexico.
the first time though, and the first time I watched it, I was like, "Whoa, what?" Like it literally. Ooh, dude, you just got bitch slapped.
Bitch slapped.
Bitch slapped. And like I kind of was a bitch if you look at him, but
Macron's a bitch.
I don't.
A lot of those people are.
I don't know anything. I cannot confirm nor deny that because I don't follow French politics. Dude, I barely follow our politics, mostly because it pisses
Stop
me
it.
off.
All right, so funny Coca-Cola story. So do me a favor. Take your Coke and just put it on that table.
On what table?
Just put it right next to you.
Well,
Just put it,
I'm going to take a sip
Take
first.
a sip, okay? But you really shouldn't because that's going to go against this whole story. Who mixes Coca-Cola and red wine?
this girl. I'm not mixing them.
You're drinking them at the
say.
same time, you fucking weirdo. Okay, in that same effort, Cristiano Ronaldo cost Coca-Cola $4 billion.
Who is
He's a superstar soccer player.
He's probably hot.
During the Euro 2020, he's like the most famous, one
Soccer
of the
player.
most famous soccer
So
players.
he's
right?
definitely hot.
2020 press conference on Monday. Soccer superstar Cristiano Ronaldo irritably moved. There was 2 bottles of Coke in front of him.
Okay.
He took those 2 bottles.
Is he a
Soccer player.
no, are they a
Football.
sponsor of his?
They're a sponsor of
The team or the league?
The league or whatever,
Well,
right?
fuck him. They're a sponsor of the league. That's not his business.
He took them, put them on the floor.
Because they were
And then,
probably
hang on a
annoying
second.
him.
Moved 2 bottles of Coca-Cola, one of the official sponsors of the event, and then picked up a bottle of water and said, agua, as he explained he's Portuguese, setting the bottle down on the center of his desk. By the end of the press conference for the European Championship, Coca-Cola's shares had dropped 1.6% to $55.22.
But we could afford that.
$56.17. That lopped $4 billion off of the beverage behemoth's market value.
So here's what I wonder. I wonder if he's sponsored by the water directly. So he was like,
It was just a bottle of water.
it
was
didn't
just
have
like
a label?
generic, just like a bottle of water.
Because water is better for you. Maybe he's like the whole don't
Could you
drink Diet
imagine?
Coke, it
Like
kills
we
you.
talk about like
Was
people.
it Diet Coke or just Coke?
It was just Coke.
Okay.
Whatever. But you go, holy shit.
So we could have brought
Soccer's
we
like
could have bought
football,
Diet Coke
like
stock at that
European
point.
football and soccer, whatever,
Huge.
South America is way bigger than any
Yeah,
of our
well,
sports.
it's
Global.
all of Europe
global.
is like.
Right? You go, holy fuck, that dude just.
So did he?
In
I mean,
one
obviously he had no
motion, he goes,
repercussions because he
agua.
is not sponsored by them. The
You don't give a
league
fuck.
might
That
be
guy's worth
sponsored by them, but he's
$1
like,
billion on his own.
what are you gonna do? You're not my boss. You're not
Yeah.
the boss of me.
It is the goddamn funniest thing.
Greg says Coke funny. How do you say Coke?
Coke.
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 How do you say it?
Coke. Diet Coke. Give me Diet
I
Coke.
don't know.
But you say I say orange wrong, weird.
Yeah, it's orange.
Orange.
Orangey, glad you met
How
me.
do you say the thing you color with?
A crayon.
It's a crayon.
It's not a crown.
It's a crown.
It's a fucking crayon.
It's a crayon.
So anyway, the Euro 2020 spokesperson said
like
players are
annoying you
offered
tonight.
water
It's kinda
alongside Coke and Coke Zero on arrival at our press conferences. Everyone's entitled to their drink. I just thought it was funny that he
Buy
dropped,
opportunity, big time.
He dropped that shit by $4 billion.
So the only thing I heard is we should have bought Diet Coke stock. That's
like
the only
in that
thing
minute though, but like
that's
that
the
1
only
minute.
thing
and
I
then
got
it
of that
went
whole
back
story.
up as soon as like whatever.
What is it
happened.
at normally? Do you know?
They just said
Oh, you did.
it's
I didn't-
$4 billion worth. It's worth
No, but
$4
it was
billion
like from
more.
50. It went from $57
$55,
to $54.
Yeah,
a
it
share.
dropped by like $1.
We should buy some Diet Coke since I drink it.
No, it's Coca-Cola. So it went from 55,
That's
22
the company,
to 56,
bitch. That's
17.
not the. That's not the.
I'm telling you.
Oh, so close to getting it.
We got a Coke stock sucks
Oh, really? Mm.
tag in here, so.
Well, and it's really not good for you. Hence the reason why I didn't drink one when I wanted to all fucking week until tonight.
I'm proud of you.
Dude, I used to drink like 1 or 2 of those every day.
Oh, for years and years and years. Then you
Ever.
stopped
And then
all
I
that
stopped
shit.
all that. And that's
Yeah.
when I started drinking Strike Force.
You and Brian got on your ass about that.
Well, no, no, Brian got on my ass when I started drinking it again. When I said, yeah, I drink 1 or 2 a week. Fuck off. And he was like, it's still so bad for you. I'm like, I'm going to die anyway, so may as well enjoy it.
Cheers.
You smoke. Somehow I don't think Diet Coke is worse for me than smoking.
Yeah, Brian. Get yourselves a drink. Hang out.
I am feeling pretty good. I've had a fourth of a bottle of wine.
Oh. This is a funny one.
Here's the thing about wine. With me, at least. The first couple sips might be a little rough, but by the time I've had 10, I like it.
10 sips
Yes.
on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
Really good for you. It's fucking totally fine. Just giving you
I
shit.
work a half day tomorrow.
So, in lost money news, $1.2 million of cocaine has washed up on Cape Canaveral's Space Force Station.
What?
Yeah. $1.2 million
I would say it
of
fell off
lost
in-
cocaine.
In a Mexico transit, but I don't know how it would go
It just fucking
this way.
coming from
It went.
some island somewhere. Right. Fucking nosy wildlife people, I'm telling you. on the lookout for sea turtle nest, accidentally
'cause it's sea
stumbled
turtle
upon
month or season.
$1.2 million worth of cocaine.
Can you imagine?
Washed up on Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Defenders because they're called defenders, from the 45th Security Forces Squadron seized the nearly 30 kilos of cocaine after it was found on May 19th. So I'm just
Okay, so
finding
let me
the
ask
story.
you this. Totally, I mean, it's kind of a joke. But so you find all this coke, do you all of a sudden become a coke dealer and you're like, bitch, I'm going to be rich?
No. No, you don't. I mean, you could, but
However,
you might get arrested.
the people who are looking for that coke probably is also coming to look for it. So,
So
you
that's
might
what
have
the
the bad
read
guy
this.
and the law
It said
enforcement.
drug dealers were quoted as being mad.
Mad?
That's not true at all. I made that up.
I wonder, the person who lost it is dead, right? Like DED, dead.
Probably in the
Dead.
middle of the Gulf.
He's dead. You
with
lost
his little
$1.2
submarine that he tried to
million.
fucking come across on. I thought that was like it's
Excuse
a
me.
money story. It's kind of like 4 billion, 1.2. It's a money. This is our finance section.
1.2 for
Economics.
some powder. I mean, it's not a bad day's work.
Yeah, they said that it was a bunch. They documented it all. They turned it all over to the special agents of Homeland Security. I'm just like, I don't do drugs, but
White
somebody's
lobster.
really
White
upset
lobster.
about
that. Should be instead of white lines. It used to be like white lobster. Oh,
White lobster?
wait. That's
Is that a song?
No, Logan's. Who said it? Oh boy, said white lobsters.
White lobster.
Is that a song? Come on, babe.
don't know these
I raised
things.
you better than that.
Your dad was the DEA. Did he have did he call certain drugs, certain things?
He didn't talk to me about the happiness of drugs. He talked to me about all the bad stuff.
The
that happened with
pitfalls of smoking the
drugs. Dude, you've heard
marijuanas.
some of his stories. Like, he saw some bad shit with people who really needed drugs. He's like, let me tell you why you're not going to do it. Because
Give us an example. What was it? What
I
was a
someti-
dad's story that
I
he
sometimes
told you?
think he was
Was he embellishing,
maybe to scare the crap
or was
out
it
of
when
me.
he shot somebody in the head?
No, like
and he's
he told me one
"That's a
time that
bad
he was undercover, and they were at this ranch
Oh, I remember this one.
down south
In Mexico.
in Texas, but near Mexico. And the guy he was an informant, and they were figuring out. They didn't know who he was working with or for, but they knew he was an informant, and he was addicted to drugs. And so they gave him they made him wait so many hours, and then they would give him a piece of whatever. So his needle, his syringe, the coke, and they were like, find your own water. And my dad was like, he was willing to go get battery water, which I guess has acid in it.
Yeah, it's battery acid.
He was like willing, my dad was like, that'll kill you. And then he was going to go do something else. And my
It
dad
wasn't
was
her
like,
dad doing this. This is the
no, this is
her
the
dad
informant.
was undercover.
This is the informant. And
Yeah.
my dad wasn't the guy that he worked with. So the guy didn't know that my dad was actually part of the DEA. And that's
Yeah.
whole for.
He's undercover.
But then he was like, then he started to get paranoid because, of course, he hasn't had his drugs and now he's freaking out. And he's like, started to threaten he was going to cut his eyelids off because he was like, if I fall asleep, they're going to kill me. So I'm just going to cut my eyelids off so my eyes are open all night long.
Kids. Don't.
I mean, if that doesn't keep you from
crack.
doing drugs,
Crack is whack.
not a lot will. So, I mean, I did, we both know I did stuff. I did nothing chemically based.
That'll
Have
change your.
I have my older
brain
brother
chemistry.
to thank for that, but that was the college pep talk I got. Okay,
nice.
so
good.
as you go
Hey,
to
kids,
college,
when you go to college,
don't do anything that doesn't come
you're
from
a
the ground.
freshman at
Mother
A&M.
Nature is cool. Chemicals are bad. And I was
Like-
like, oh,
Somebody had told I was pretty good at Arizona State, but I went to Arizona State not knowing Arizona State is fucking Arizona State.
what does that mean?
It was the party school when I went there.
But for alcohol and women,
but I'm
'Cause
sure-
it was 2 women for every 1 guy for a really long time.
Not for me. I had a girlfriend.
You always have a girlfriend.
God damn it.
That's on you, bro.
Go back and relive those days.
You're missing out. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed my college life. I'm not.
She
gonna
has
say
a retirement plan.
I wasn't. Well, I wasn't an angel by any means, but I did have. I had a roommate who
Smoked a shit ton of weed.
she wasn't afraid to try stuff, and she was the girl that'd be like, I know your
Nope,
personality.
Beth, you're not for. It's not for you.
Yeah, I never tried acid because she told me I would have the worst trip ever. She's like, you'd feel guilty, you'd start seeing things. Remember my friend Chris? He saw the devil in his Chester drawers one night, and he said he stood up staring at it all night long. I was like, and that was funny. He's like, well, the first 5 hours were fun. The next 7 weren't. And I was like, it's just not worth it to me.
It's all bullshit.
What's bullshit?
Jessica said, I'm going to bring you guys a present when I come out.
I don't have to work for a few. No. Kidding, work.
Stop it. So, moving on to whale talk.
We both found this story, which is kind
I
of
found this one last week. I didn't go over it, though. So, whales have decided to kill the human race. That's basically what I'm thinking. So, this dude on the screen here, this guy was lobster fishing. So I think it was off the Cape or something like
He
that,
was
right?
Cape
Cod?
Cape Cod, I believe, yeah.
Somewhere out there. Guy's out diving for lobsters. And
I didn't know that people did that, first of all. I thought there were cages.
So a lot of time, you can throw lobster traps.
Okay.
And then I think there's a different season or something, like different requirements. You can go like get one or two.
Holy, I want to eat
like
that
my
fucking
cousin's
lobster.
Matt's gone out and gotten a couple lobsters, and you can have, there's a certain limit.
Wait, he's gone diving for lobsters?
Yeah.
They're sharks. Oh, it's cold. They're not big sharks. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So he's out. This dude's out. And his story is that he's swimming through, and all of a sudden,
Well,
a
because I guess it's
humpback
murky.
whale
It's murky, is what the article said.
fucking grabs him,
Swooshed him in.
pulls him into his mouth, and then he goes, "Oh shit."
Jessica said he was on LSD while doing this.
It kind of made me, I was like,
Dude, smoking some crack.
right? So, and then he goes, he was banging on the, but he had a respirator, so he was on tanks.
Well, he's diving.
He's
Hello.
tanks.
He's
So
not
just like free diving.
He's not a
So
breath
he's
holder.
banging on it, and he goes, "This, my life flashed before my eyes."
No, he said he wasn't banging. He said it was like he felt
and he
it
said
like
he was punching and shit.
And he also said that the whale was obviously going through some discomfort because normally he eats something this big, not this big.
So anyway, it spits him out.
It started going up for air.
Spits him out.
It's kind of like Pinocchio.
Like the fucker's nose is growing.
No, like
So anyway, I read a story like a couple days later because I read this last week.
I read this today and I was like, "Holy shit!"
And then a doctor
Another
was
reason why
like,
I'm not going in the
that
ocean.
is familiar with like
Anatomy.
ocular issues, like or not ocular eyes, but ear, nose, throat kind of issues when you come up real fast from under pressure.
It's
like
bad for
your
you.
Ears will burst.
Right.
Right.
Well, he was in the hospital.
Both of you and I have dived, but he didn't have any inner ear issues. He had issues with like his chest and like he'd been compressed and stuff like that.
Right.
But he had no ear issues.
Well, so I mean, I know nothing about. But Pinocchio lived through it and he got spit out. I always thought
Pinocchio.
Yeah, I'm gonna completely. I've had some wine. I mean, this is a big fucking
Pinocchio,
whale.
did
Yeah,
he get
like,
eaten by a whale?
yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember the story of Pinocchio getting eaten by a whale.
babe, we're gonna have to buy a Pinocchio book.
Is that true? I don't know this story. I swear to God, I don't. My mom must have hated me.
You don't know the story of Pinocchio?
Being eaten by a whale?
Yeah.
No. Tell me this. Come on.
I mean, I don't know enough.
Is this true? I don't believe any of you guys, especially you.
Well, you don't have
So
to believe
anyway-
me. Pinocchio tried starting a fire inside the whale. Bam, suck it, bitch.
Thank you, Ruben. Don't know this story. Gonna
You
have
really
to.
don't?
I literally don't.
I'm gonna have to go buy a Pinocchio book and be like, let me read you a bedtime story, baby.
That's the weirdest fucking thing ever.
No, it won't.
Yeah,
You'll like
It's gonna
it.
be weird. No, I don't want to do that.
What
That
if I do it
sounds
in a
creepy.
nurse outfit?
No, don't want to.
Come on,
I
don't
mean,
be
you in a nurse outfit, not reading me goddamn Pinocchio. But a nurse outfit is like
Moby Dick
Scrubs.
and Pinocchio.
I was thinking Moby Dick, right? But I'm like, are you retarded and like getting this wrong? Like, I didn't understand like where you were going with
you
this.
really didn't know that?
No,
that
I had no idea.
Pinocchio was in. I'm a little disappointed in your
Don't be
literature.
disappointed,
in your
like-
literature knowledge.
Fuck off. So, doctor says like the.
So there's
and then-
questions.
and then there's another group of his fishermen friends are like, no, this guy he's never lied to us. He's like, they see whales in that area all the time. He was coming up, and it was just a
Well, because what they
weird
said in the
situation.
article that I was reading is that he was probably on the bottom trying to get a lobster, and that's where they feed, and they do this thing where they unhinge their jaw almost, so
and
they
just
can
kind of
drag
baleen
it on the
whales.
ground.
Yeah,
And he probably, just because it was so murky from trying to find the lobsters, that the whale didn't see him and
just scooped his
scooped
ass
him
up.
Yep, scooped him up. And the reason why, and I don't, maybe it had something to do with being in the whale. Maybe that's why it didn't disturb his ears, because the whale started to freak out and was obviously trying to get him out of his throat. Yeah, his
Mouth hole.
his crawl. Trying to get him out.
That's
of
a dog
crawl.
thing, isn't it?
No, it's a throat thing.
You have a
crawl.
crawl?
I have a crawl. You have a crawl.
I don't have a crawl.
Everybody has a
That
crawl.
sounds fucking weird.
It's a crawl. You're in Texas now, baby. Get used to it. Probably trying to get him out of his crawl, and was like, I gotta get up top, and maybe something about the whale.
Maybe
him.
he just like plugged his blowhole, and he's like, "Bitch,
He's like, I gotta
go up."
I gotta go. I gotta go.
Stuck his finger in that fucker.
Kinda. I mean, he wasn't. Depends on where the blowhole is. I don't think it's in his throat.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know
I don't
whale
know
anatomy.
whale anatomy enough to. I don't
just
know. It's
snorted.
a funny story, but there was another whale story.
Oh shit!
So this one was guys were fishing in Australia. They're on a boat. They're hanging out, just out fucking fishing, and it's whaling. It's like whale season. They're like going through this specific area.
Mhm.
Fucking whale comes up and breaches, jumps out of the water, lands on their goddamn boat.
That happens a lot, actually.
Right? One buddy is
Didn't get off
fucked,
the boat.
right?
You get squished.
They got landed on, and it's like a 25-foot boat. It's like a pretty. It's not. It's
So
a.
if you see this whale coming,
You can't do anything. You're like sitting there, just stopped in the water, like
you don't think
fishing.
you have time to jump off or drop to the ground so that he hits the edges of the boat before he squishes
You ever seen a whale?
Nope.
They're gigantic.
Well, yeah. That's why I'm
It's like-
thinking
it's-
when they come up, it's like
It's literally Godzilla. No, what are you gonna fucking? You go, oh my god, fucking Godzilla just came out of the water, right? I mean, to see something like that come shooting out of the water next to you, you're like, well,
I
that's
mean,
it.
I feel like my reflexes would be
So anyway,
fast enough
lands
because I'm a
on the
ninja.
Bangs one dude real bad, like
Like
hits
he
him,
smushed
knocks
him?
him out, coma. The buddy, they're taking on
I
water.
shouldn't be
The
joking,
buddy
that's
gets
serious.
smacked, like hit or whatever, but he has the wherewithal to drive that bitch back to the beach.
The boat. It
The
was still
boat,
drivable.
It was still drivable. Drove it as they're taking on water, and he's calling it an SOS, like a mayday. The last I read, the buddy was still in a coma, and this was
Holy
an
shit.
Australian news story.
How do we know he didn't really just run into something?
Because
You're blaming it on a
there's
whale.
pictures of it. The whole top of the boat's fucked. You don't like if you're gonna run into something, you're gonna damage your hull or whatever, right? Not the
Interesting.
top of your
I wonder
boat.
how the whale was. I hope the whale was okay. This is the thing. I never worry about humans, do I? always worry about the animal. I'm like, what do you think? How do you think the whale is?
I'm sure the whale's
Do you
fine.
think the moose that totaled that car was okay?
No, fuck that moose. I'm gonna eat it.
Don't. No.
Yeah. Bambi jumps through my windshield. Yeah, I'm eating that
I don't
motherfucker.
like you. You can't.
I got a $500 deductible.
We're not in New Hampshire.
I have a $500
You can't do that
deductible
in
either way.
Texas.
Might as well take the meat.
That only happens in New Hampshire.
So
You can't eat the dead deer in Texas.
you just have to use your tag. You have to use one of your tags. Tenderized.
Are you making that up?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, you're
tenderized
making that
meat.
up.
No, you just use a tenderized. Just all it is.
Hold on. Ruben said something just came to his brain. What came to your
What
brain?
happened to came to your
Ruben?
brain? This just came to my brain.
He said, this just came to my brain.
Said, I know this is a late comment, but do you think that we should create a video about a French guy getting slapped and having prodigy have prodigies
Slap a bitch up.
Yes,
Yes.
and I think
Absolutely.
that would be.
Slap a bitch up.
I know it took a little bit, but
I love
think
that
that
group.
would be awesome.
I love that group.
Christina, what's happened? It's been a while since you've been on. Guys, I hope you're having a great night. It is Wednesday. We've got a few more stories
Beth's
to share
getting drunk on
with you guys.
Wednesday.
Beth's getting him. Beth's got a friend coming to town. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes, and it's going to be a fun Friday night show. I think we're going to do
Yes.
Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Like trying to stick to the Wednesday, Friday night show.
Right.
I'm going to try and get Ian to come do a goddamn show on like Sunday, maybe. If I could talk his ass into it. Hey, Ian, you want to finally do a show with me?
Don't give in to peer pressure, bro.
Give
Don't
in.
do
It's
it.
30 minutes.
Don't do it. I live with this every day. Don't start.
Oh, stop
It'll
it.
never stop.
What a crock. Let's talk
What a
about
crock.
that.
Okay,
You need to
so-
see these fucking things. These are ridiculous.
Oh, did you look him up?
No, you showed me
Oh.
like a glimpse of them.
So I'm not a Croc fan. I'm just not.
Crocs.
I know that people who are on their feet, servers, nurses, people who go
Call
to
my agent.
Disneyland,
Ian.
people who go to Disneyland, they swear by Crocs. Have you ever tried to?
I've never put a pair of fucking Crocs on.
I hear they're heavenly.
Crocs.
My niece loves them. Cox? What?
No,
You've never
I
put a
haven't
pair
done
of
that
Crocs on? But so they have taken Crocs to the next level. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy.
It's okay. You're off half day tomorrow. I know. It's just you got to work in the morning portion.
I'm just gonna suck balls because I
Plug
still
in.
got to get up at 8. Well, hold on.
Okay. He gets paid in alcohol whenever he needs to. They're rubes.
Oh, Ian?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about fucking Ian getting paid.
Like, I'll call your agent.
I am your agent, bitch. So, Nerdy Chic, luxury designer put heels on comfy Crocs. So there is this huge, which I am not in the fashion industry, nor am I a fashionista anyways. I'm wearing a
Well, I
t-shirt
know there's
and
a big
baseball
deal with, like, you have, like, what's the douchebag that nobody likes anymore that stole Ross's ping pong show?
Well, what?
What's his name? The really famous singer guy?
That dude. Because there's not a whole lot of famous singers.
There's
I don't know who you're talking about.
Everybody else will know here in a minute. Anyway, like Crocs, there's like signature people that have like signature Crocs. He gave a bunch to nurses. What the fuck is that guy's name? I suck at names. God, Post Malone. Thank you, Post Malone. He gave a whole bunch.
I like Post Malone.
He's got like his own signature like Croc.
Yeah, well, so does Justin Bieber.
Nobody gives.
And
a
now
fuck
he has
about,
Croc socks.
Is he still alive? I don't even know.
Yeah, he is.
He's got Croc socks.
Yeah, or there's something that he's doing with Croc and socks.
I don't care.
Or
flip-flops.
I think it's a designer called. I'm gonna get this wrong, so bear with me. Give me a few times. Balenciago.
Can you move your mic back down a little bit?
Balenciago.
There you go.
They are putting a heel to the much loved Crocs.
You want me to share?
Sure. This is what it looks like.
Jesus Christ!
It's
the end of the world.
I want you to guess how much those go for.
It's the fucking end of the world.
So let me start by saying a baseball cap by this designer goes for $695.
I thought $40 hats. This was $28.
I got you a hat for $7.
My Tractor Supply hat.
This hat was $20.
Maybe my most comfortable hat.
Your favorite hat? I'll have to get you some more. This was $20.
$7.
$20?
No, $12. We got 2 for fucking.
Oh, that's what it was. $12 for $25. These bad boys are going for $1,000.
What?
Yep. They are slated for their spring 2020 line, so they'll be out next spring.
That's terrible.
It came with mixed reviews.
Careful that wine there.
People don't you worry about me.
Move that wine over somewhere
You
else.
leave my wine alone. It came with mixed reviews. Some people were like, "Oh hell no," and some people were like, "What's wrong with people? Why would you put this
What
on
are you guys
there?"
gonna get? How many pairs are you guys gonna get?
But
How do you even walk in those fucking things?
Well,
I guess just
the
like
same way you
heels?
work on regular heels. Yeah.
But isn't the point that they squish your feet all up and they make it all narrow?
Well, no, that's what I'm wondering.
'Cause
Like,
these
are they
like-
still going to make
It's
your
like
feet?
Ronald McDonald shoes.
No,
Because
Ronald
Crocs
McDonald
are
shoes.
real wide.
Well, they're not.
Aren't they?
They're not real wide. They're wider, but it's more. I'm still wondering if they're going to be as comfortable because you still get all the benefits of Crocs.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Because
you do.
all your fucking pressure is going to be on your ball of your foot, just like every other guy. When you have to go back to the office and actually wear heels.
I'm not going to wear heels. Fuck you.
Like, no,
Why would you think I wear heels?
You used to wear heels to the office.
That was pre-pandemic. Post-pandemic,
You're like, fuck this, I'm wearing
flats
flats
and sandals.
Flip-flops, bitch.
I'm not wearing flip-flops. I'll wear sandals.
I'm wearing flip-flops. I don't give a shit. I'll just duct tape my feet into them.
So there was a lot of like back and forth about these are hideous, these are bad. Why would people do this? And the guy that was talking about them, he's like, people like to take the weird and ugly and make it fashionable because it makes them stand out, which I could totally agree with. I mean, not
But
me
isn't that
personally.
That's like the opposite of what like. Okay, so maybe I'm just like being romanticizing fashion. I thought fashion was for like the beauty of stuff and not
always,
just to be.
But
fucking,
sometimes the beauty of stuff
No,
isn't what's normal.
And I grew up in like the punk rock era, right? Like
Right.
maybe not the 70s and stuff like that, but like definitely
Not
like
the original punk,
the
but
skater
the
punk.
80s, late 80s and 90s
And
punk.
appreciated like
You're more
Sex
steampunk.
Pistols and no, not steampunk,
kidding.
but like Sex Pistols, and I appreciated all that shit, like piercings and all of that stuff, right? And that was definitely the way we used to do things.
But some people thought that was ugly. Well, other people thought that was beautiful. Like,
No.
beauty's in the eye of the
No,
beholder,
that's what I'm saying.
literally.
That's what I'm getting at. But I still appreciated like fashion for fashion, like seeing like a super dope suit that wasn't made out of fucking
But
a pile
fashion
of
is
garbage
what,
bags.
But fashion is what. How do I say this properly? Fashion.
Is I a beholder?
No, fashion is now what Hollywood makes fashion.
Fuck that.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. There are some things that I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Well, because what's her name's
I
wearing
think
it.
the
Well,
masses of people are going to look at that pile of shit and be like,
I'm not a fan of Croc, so I cannot confirm nor deny that. I
this
mean,
whole place
it's
needs to burn.
not.
This whole goddamn place needs to burn down. The whole thing. Burn it all.
The
Start
world?
over.
The world?
Yep. Fuck it.
You know you die, right? When that happens?
Well, now I'm going to get on the fucking boat with Jeff Bezos.
You mean the
I'm going to throw his ass
You
off.
mean the rocket, not
His
the
dick
boat.
rocket.
The rocket,
Yeah.
not a boat. Maybe I will get on a boat though, because it'll be like 2012, and they'll just take me to the ocean, and I'll be fine.
Dude, okay. So this next one, I'm like, okay, you guys make this decision. I don't know if this
I
is
like
true or
combat
not.
boots and skirts. I like combat boots and
Skirts,
no, like cute little like not flared
Booty-
skirts, but like
booty shorts, Daisy Dukes. That would
dun,
look hot on
dun,
you.
dun, dun,
You got good legs.
Thanks, babe. No, but I do like. I think there are things that don't go together that are definitely beautiful. I don't know that Crocs and a heel is one of them, but that's not for me to decide. People will buy. He said people were already asking them to get them on the list to get them. Like people who he supplied fashion to were like,
Boots with sundresses. Yeah, definitely hot.
or
There's certain
even
things that are definitely
skirts.
hot. Yeah,
I mean, I almost wore boots.
like a pair of Docs.
I
or
must
something
wore
like
cutoffs
that.
and
Yeah,
boots
cute as
last
shit.
Friday, and I was like,
Maybe it's just me because I'm.
but I wore my
Am I old? Am I
cutoffs and
old?
chucks instead because I was like, boots
But
are
I
gonna
just
get
think
hot.
things are stupid nowadays.
Nowadays, I've known you for 15, 17 years, and you've thought a lot of stuff was stupid your whole life.
Yeah, because it fucking
You're judging
is.
McJudge a lot.
Sorry.
Should I get more wine?
You got a whole goddamn bottle right
Should I
there.
get
Get
more,
whatever
or
you
should I be
do,
good?
you babe. You gotta work for 4 hours.
I gotta
tomorrow.
get. I still gotta get up at 8 in the morning.
Goddamn right you do. You gotta feed them dogs. Hey, so banned U.S. Olympian blames pork burrito for positive steroid test.
They put the steroids in the pork.
You don't know this shit. I'm telling you, it's not a box of wine, Chuck. It's just a bottle. And she will finish it, I promise. I literally told her she could go hang out with her friend tomorrow night.
You told me I could go
Don't-
hang out with
you
my
almost
friend tomorrow night.
spilled that motherfucker
Did you just say
all over
you
the place.
tried to give me permission to go
No,
hang out?
I told her
That's
you could bring it with you.
That's
like
not what you said.
Recork it.
I almost just went all Hispanic on your fucking
slow
ass.
your ass down. All right.
I told her she could go hang out
Telling
with
you
her
this
friends
is a
tomorrow
wild
night.
Wednesday. So Shelby
Can I get a
Houlihan, what'd you do?
No, it's dripping. I don't want it to drip.
Come on.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you,
So
sir. May I have another?
Shelby Houlihan, a former Olympian and American track record holder, says a tainted pork burrito is the reason behind her positive steroid test result and recent 4-year ban from competition.
Wait, what?
Chick got a 4-year
Four-year
ban for a positive pork burrito test. I guess it wasn't really a pork
So
burrito
what
test.
is she?
Okay, give me just a second. I'll get to that.
Okay.
So she wrote in this long ass message, blah, 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 blah. I don't even want to get into this, all this stuff. I have since learned that it has long been understood that WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, that eating pork can lead to a false positive for nandrolone or something like that. It's a
Well,
steroid.
aren't they going to give her? Can't she fight it and get more tests run?
Just
Shut up and listen.
bear with me for like one.
That's really hard.
This
for
is
me.
going to get to the gross part. All right. It's not even really that gross. It's like, who in the fuck does this? All right. So, since certain types of pig products pigs produce a naturally high amount of steroid or something.
Well, if she knows that, she shouldn't eat the fucking pork.
She said pig organ meat has the highest level of nandrolone. She was eating, where the fuck is this thing at? We concluded that the most likely explanation was a burrito purchased and consumed approximately 10 hours
most likely.
before the drug test from an authentic Mexican food truck that serves pig offal
What the
near
fuck
my
is that?
house in Beaverton,
Authentic
Oregon.
Mexican truck that serves what?
Pig organs. They chop up
So the
pig organs.
intestines.
She's eating
They made menudo.
into a burrito. Menudo into a burrito.
So okay, so here's my first question. If she knows that, why the fuck is she eating
She didn't know
pork?
this before.
No. Oh, she did some homework and found out that. So she's acting like she is.
I feel completely devastated, lost, broken, angry, confused, and betrayed.
But she's saying it's a known fact. Did she know it before she ate it? Because if it's a known fact, bitch should have known it before she ate it, and she should have eaten the pork.
Who the fuck eats pork offal?
I want to know what that is.
I've
How do you
eaten
spell it?
literally OFFAL. Awful. It's literally, it actually sounds more like awful.
OFFAL.
AL. Right? I'm just like, I'm sorry. The problem, she was
What is-
legit like a champion.
Her
She's
story that came up was her story. So
she's American record holder for the 1,500 meter, the 5,000 meter.
badass
She
bitch.
set the record for 1,500 in 2019. She set the new 5,000 meter in July in Portland. So, I mean, you know the girl has been tested 9 million times, right? But you're like,
Let's see.
did she just try and
Offal
cut a
is-
corner and get caught? I don't know.
Offal is the collective name for the internal part of an animal we eat. Usually part of the pig, which could be referred to as the offal, includes the hearts, the lungs, the brains, the liver, the cheeks, and the tongue. So it's not intestines. At least it's not intestines.
Jesus Christ. The heart, okay.
Okay, so you love barbacoa. Barbacoa is.
I don't think I hate barbacoa.
You like barbacoa.
I don't think I do. I like asada.
That's steak, bitch.
I like
It's totally
guisada.
different. That's Mexican gravy, but
Yeah, like it all.
But my parents used to eat lingua, which is tongue.
Tongue.
And
That's tongue.
well, that's what.
That's
it
beef
says.
tongue,
says
isn't it?
Cheeks, liver, brain, lungs. You like liver? Oh,
Chicken livers, little tiny ones.
liver's liver.
Gizzards.
Tongues, cheeks, liver, brain. So a lot. I mean,
Chuck said from the rooter to the tutor.
literally. You guys probably ate that shit when you would go to Filiberto's.
Well,
With their-
they could
their
have very well. So
C-,
if you've ever been to Arizona,
Their C- health rating.
Filiberto's.
They did have really good bean and cheese burrito. Now, I didn't eat
Good
their meat
stuff.
shit. I ate the brie and cheese. The brie and cheese? The brie and cheese.
Jesus Christ, Beth. Are you going to make it through the rest of the show?
I don't know. Only time will tell.
How long
Should
are we
probably
going?
stop drinking.
We're an hour and 7. We're good.
What?
All right, we're going to get into some COVID news. You're on it, girl.
I'm on it. I don't even know where we're at.
Missed
at
a
this point.
vax goal.
Okay, so I just bring this up because I think it's kind of funny that we had a fucking goal in the first place.
Christina said it's a hot dog, basically that burrito.
I love
Kinda
hot
true.
dogs. It wasn't nearly as good as a hot dog. Well, no, hot dogs are pretty fucking fantastic.
All right, so COVID goals, we missed it. So whose goal was this?
President Biden's.
Yep.
He had said that he would like. Hold on, I pulled up the wrong article. He had a goal that. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. He wanted
90,000% of the
I
country.
think it was 70%.
Then he forgot what the percentage was.
No, he didn't forget what the percentage was,
Oh,
but he had said
somebody
that
told
he
him?
had 70% of America would be at least one shot in
Okay.
by July 4th.
Yeah.
And it is failing miserably.
Why?
Well, because I guess for a while there were 2 million people a day getting shots.
And it dropped down to what, like 7?
400,000 daily, which is still a lot. I mean, but you and I have continuously spoken to the fact that we think if you're going to get the shot, you would have gotten the shot by now. There's not an incentive that is
There's
going
not a
to.
goddamn incentive that's worth it for me.
Well, for you specifically, but for
I can
most
get a
people,
joint if I go to Oregon. I could get a
you can get $1 million
You go to
raffle if you go
Dunkin'
to Ohio.
Donuts over here.
You can get
Get
a
a
free
donut.
Krispy Kreme every day.
Yeah, I can go to Sonic and get like a
You can
fucking
take a cruise,
Slurpee.
but we're going to talk about that here in a little while.
Okay.
But they are so now how they're spinning it now is that we will not end up having herd immunity in America.
But what about the people just get it naturally and just survive and they're totally fine?
So here's the thing:
Because
they don't tell people that they get the antibodies if they get COVID, that they'll have
Oh.
the antibodies for life.
I didn't realize
It's
that.
funny because I have a few friends that got COVID and they still got the shot, and I'm like, you didn't. And I'm being totally like I was
I heard you on a conference call talking
I was
about it.
pushing the edge a little bit. I was like, you didn't know you already had the antibodies, and you probably didn't need the vaccination. He was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you have the antibodies for life now, bro. Your whole family, if you ever get COVID again, is going to be...
Not necessarily you could get it again.
No, but it'll be minimal, just like the vaccination is
like
going to. It's going to minimize the effects of the virus
Unless
on your
there's a
body.
new strain, which now that's all that's talked about.
Well,
the
I think there's
variant this
and
the
I'm
variant
sorry if
that.
you disagree with me. I feel like the media is just trying to scare people with we're not going to hit herd immunity.
I'm not going to
There's
get
a new
into
strain.
this.
There's this, but anyway. So I thought it was funny because
Real quick side note.
Yes.
Go Google Eric Clapton, or just go look him up on Twitter, and watch his story. We'll talk about this off. Just go watch it yourselves, and just watch his real quick Twitter or Google or whatever you want to do story. It's kind of
So
an
it
interesting
turns
one.
out there's about 15.5 million unvaccinated adults needed to receive at least one dose in the next 4 weeks. And well, this is old because this is 4 weeks, and now 4th of July is like 3 weeks away. This was last week, obviously, to hit Biden's goal. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't.
How many people? 15 million?
15.5 million unvaccinated adults.
I mean, what do you guys think? You think everybody? It's like there's a point of saturation of people that are.
Well,
just
that's what I said. I was like, everybody
people
who
that are
wanted
absolutely
it.
willing. We're going to go right off.
Everybody who wanted it. First, it was you had to be approved for it, which is great. Like we got the right people to
now,
get the shots.
like 12-year-olds can get that shit.
We have such an abundance of vaccination left that we're actually giving it to other countries,
which is good. Fine, fuck it.
No,
Let
totally,
go.
100%.
Give it to
I mean,
India.
we have
Give
people
them all
like
the fucking
India
India.
that totally
Yeah.
need it. But I just like as I'm reading it, they were like, I was reading through it, and people were like, Fauci is like, well, if we don't get it, we're not going to hit herd immunity. So let's just continue to push the local government to
give away
encourage
donuts.
their people to get it done. I'm like, well, it's not going to happen in Texas, first of all. I guess there
California's they're getting ready to roll out with the COVID passport bullshit thing. I think today they just opened up. But it's not a passport, but it's like you can go certain
shot
places
verification or
and
something,
blah,
or
blah,
what?
blah. You can have a card. And they're telling everybody to fucking make sure you laminate it and don't post it online because people will steal it and blah, blah, blah.
It is California.
Whatever the fuck.
So I guess Mississippi, which I didn't know this, which trails the nation with only about 34% of its population vaccinated, and they're kind of like the Republican Governor Tate Reeves has called Biden's goal arbitrary, to say the least. However, he's saying, I'm still encouraging my constituents to go get it.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you
don't
not
go
to
do
get it, but
Dude,
I'm
if
also
you
not
think you
going
need
to.
do it, go
I'm also
fucking
not
do it.
going to
Absolutely.
insist that my constituents go get it.
Yeah, go get it.
Which is how it should be, right? But at the same time,
said,
though, this
like your
led me
dad should get it.
this led me down a rabbit hole,
yeah.
which so many things do, and it was like somewhere around there, they're like FDA approved vaccination. I was like, it is not. It might have been FDA approved for distribution, emergency distribution, but it is not FDA approved. You need to, but they did not.
UA.
They did not. What's the word I'm looking for? Where they specifically they didn't.
They didn't authorize it for
Well,
just
no,
like
but
FDA.
the way they said it, they didn't differentiate the difference between approved and authorized.
Yeah.
They just said it was FDA approved. I'm like, it's not fucking FDA approved.
Guys, do what you
I
want
don't
to
know,
do.
so
Go. You guys.
You and I are very, very much we're not anti, we're non
Whatever the
vaccination.
fuck you want to do.
We encourage people who feel like they need to get it. Yeah. I want to know, like, so from your, I don't want to say like your personal mission in life, where people are like, be honest. If you've had the vaccination, you don't have to wear a mask. If you haven't had the vaccination, wear a mask. Like, do you think it's bad if people, such as myself, don't wear the mask and say, I'm not going to wear the mask, but I've not had the vaccination, but you're not allowed to ask me, so I don't care?
No, because that's exactly how I am. Like, so there's a thing called like social responsibility that I really
That's maybe the word that I'm
believe in.
like what's our social responsibility
Like, if
with
I
this?
feel sick,
Right.
and this has always been like
Then we should
working
stay home.
out, going to jujitsu,
Absolutely.
this is all
Going to
pre
the
all
office.
this bullshit.
Yeah, totally.
I wouldn't go there.
If I have a fever, I'm not going to the office. If I don't have a fever, I'm going to the office.
Right. I mean, if I felt like I had a chest cold that was coming on or something weird, I'm just not going to go do
Chest
stuff.
cold isn't contagious, though.
But I mean, like, I'll
it?
give it some
I could be
time.
wrong.
But I mean, if it was something like that and I had a fever and I had all these symptoms, then fuck it, I'll stay home.
Right.
I got a gym in the house. I could do whatever
But
I
does
want.
your social responsibility tell you that if you don't have the vaccination and you're out in public, you should be wearing your mask?
No.
Okay. Good.
Because I
Mine doesn't
also
either.
am a human being that needs to breathe clean fucking air.
Well,
And,
I also feel like so there were 2 points that I wanted to make real quick.
And there's
So I get from the standpoint that if I don't have the vaccination, then I could spread the virus. I get that. I understand that.
there's another story we're going to come up here in just a minute.
Okay, but hold on. So I get that concern. That's where if I don't feel good, I should probably stay home.
Just take
I
a day
shouldn't be
off
out.
and just chill out. Yeah.
At the same time, there's a part of me that says if I'm willing to risk,
Catch you later, Gigi. Have a good night.
if I'm willing to risk getting the getting COVID, isn't that on me?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how I feel about it. So, you know what? It just comes down to personal responsibility. I'm going to take care of myself. I respect other people. Then I don't want them to fucking get sick if I'm sick.
Right.
Right? I would do that if I had the fucking flu.
Right,
Or
well,
I had something that was contagious.
If
or,
I had a stomach bug that I gave you without, there are certain, everything is potentially contagious, right?
Sure.
Like a stomach bug. Is a cold is a virus? Is that what a cold
I think
is?
so. Whatever. Bacteria is one thing. Virus,
Right.
yeah.
Bacterial can be fought with antibiotics.
Yeah.
Viruses can't. But, I mean, I go to work with a cold. I'm not going to not go to work with a cold. And isn't that a virus? And isn't that what COVID, corona is? It's a virus. I mean, you going to tell me every time I sneeze, I need to
That's why we have home offices now.
Yeah,
So now we found
gotta
a
start going back to the office occasionally.
but we found a workaround.
Oh no, absolutely.
Those days where you feel like shit, work from fucking home.
Can I say I feel like shit every day? It's like I work from home. Every
Goddamn
day.
right, you can't be like, I'm not sure about today.
I don't know.
Maybe tomorrow.
Um,
Let's get on to this. The kind of COVID is the new norm for cruises. Is kind of what I put it out there because all right, so
this is funny because we talked about that rule that law that went into effect in Texas that says you cannot require people to show confirmation of vaccination.
Right.
Companies that do that in Texas could be not necessarily fined, but have penalties.
$5,000 per.
Well, it's not penalties, but lose contracts and not like.
I think Florida was where it was. It was like $5,000.
Florida's doing the same thing, but theirs was a little different.
That they did it. Right?
Yes, that was Florida.
So the Royal Caribbean ship was. It was like their flagship ship. I guess is the way to put it.
Flagship shit.
Ship was sidelined, and I didn't say that story either. But nonetheless, basically,
You're horrible.
8
Dropping the
crew
ball.
members,
Okay.
and this was like the first their maiden
Okay.
voyage of this
So,
brand new ship.
Everybody, including employees and
They hadn't even taken
customers,
off.
but they had to prove that they had
Every
coronavirus,
single
right?
person had
Employees and
the vaccination.
okay.
8 crew members popped hot for COVID.
Were they already out at sea?
Nope.
Oh.
They hadn't left yet.
Oh.
But it delayed the entire cruise,
Okay.
right?
They weren't
So
out
what
at
I'm
sea yet, though.
But what I'm getting at is, okay, so
The
Beth and Greg are in
vaccination-
goddamn Florida, and we're ready.
Vaccination doesn't ensure you not getting COVID.
100%. But Beth and Greg are in Florida. We're ready to get on that ship. And 8 crew members get sick. Go lock those fuckers in a basement of that ship.
Or kick them off the
Like
ship
where,
if they're still
where
docked.
what's his name was on the Titanic, like
Just-
doing the.
Knock them
little
off the
dances.
ship if they're still docked.
But the chances of all the people they were hanging out
Well-
with the night before getting it.
I mean, and if they were anywhere on the ship and they didn't properly clean it,
So anyway,
getting
I'm
it.
calling it. It's basically the new norm, right? Like, just we have to get used to people are going to get COVID.
Well, yeah, because
Are you gonna not live your life? Like, I'm not going to go to the store. I'm not going to go to the
I'm
bar.
not going to go on vacation. I'm not going to go to Mexico. I'm
going to
not going to go to Canada
my
eventually.
life. Right? I'm not going to Canada.
I want to go to Canada
Fucking
so
hate
badly.
Canada.
I want to go. I want to
Goddamn.
go see Niagara Falls. I don't want the
You can
American
see it from
side.
the U.S. side
I want the other side. I heard
I
it's
think
better.
the
I
US
heard it's
side's
better.
better.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
heard the
US
other
side's
side.
definitely
Nope,
better.
I heard
Yeah.
Canada side's
because
better.
it's America. But anyway, that was kind of a interesting
so,
one. It, I mean,
So here's the thing. Nothing guarantees 100%.
right?
There's
so,
nothing that says that I will never get it nor that I'll never get it again. We have people that had it, got it again. We have people that got the vaccination and still got it. We talked to my friend last week, and I told you he got the vaccination. The day he got the vaccination, his daughter tested positive, and they all got it, even though, I mean, it takes 7
Shit
days
happens.
to kick in or 2 weeks to kick in, but they still all got it. They all got the
Get used to
vaccination.
it. I think it's really just kind of like
I think it takes not being scared
that's
of
what
getting
I
it.
think that's the thing.
I think we have made these people so
Fucking
afraid
panic.
that people who shouldn't be, and there's obviously people die from the flu. People who are unhealthy die from the flu all the time. I think that people who are unhealthy, they get COVID, will unfortunately probably pass away as well. People who get the flu
Pass away.
live.
Well, sometimes.
People who
both
most
sides. There's
people
cases
people
on
who
both
get the flu, most people live. Most people who get COVID will probably live. We may not get herd immunity. We will still somehow get some tolerance to it.
Yeah.
You know, until and you can't fight every strain. It's just like every year you need a new flu vaccination because there's a new strain.
But it took years and years and years to develop that. So, dressing for the pandemic, post-pandemic.
This was cute.
So this is kind of a funny one. So this is
was-
going to bring us out of our COVID talks tonight.
was,
And thank you for being with us during our Beth and Greg
serious
COVID talk.
conversations. We get a little passionate about it sometimes.
Well, because it's irritating.
The more alcohol I drink, the more passionate I get about anything.
You're very
and everything.
passionate. Very passionate.
Mostly
woman.
about you, baby. Mostly
Red
about
wine
you.
and blue.
Red wine and blue.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, you guys. Thanks for hanging in there.
So, we know a lot of people are starting to have to go back to the office, including ourselves. And a lot of us have clothes that don't fit anymore.
Mine all fit. Mine
did you-
got
did
too
you-
big.
Did you know the average weight
kidding.
gain during this was 29 pounds?
Jesus Christ.
Started off as the COVID 15. It ended up as the COVID 30. I mean, let's just round up.
29 pounds?
29 pounds is the average that an American gained. If they gained weight, it was likely to be right around 29 pounds. Somehow I lost some. I've
Was it
gained
because
some
of all
back.
like the Uber Eats and shit, you think? Like, no, everybody
Well,
was like,
gyms-
everybody started like,
gyms were closed?
think about this. Everybody started out like, I'm going to learn how to bake. And
A lot
I'm
of
gonna
people
learn how
did.
to
No, a lot of
cook, and
people
I'm gonna-"
did.
And then everybody
And
was
then
like,
people got bored.
I'm out of shit
Well,
to
no,
cook.
people were like,
Chick-fil-A.
I've made sourdough bread 15 times. I have made
Burger
spaghetti
King.
7 times. I've made burgers. I've made ribs. I've made everything. So now I'm going to order especially last May when everything started opening back up restaurant-wise, delivery-wise. And they were like, I'm fucking ordering every meal every day. I mean, we were in that for a little while.
Well, we did it not. No, we're so the benefit
Well, but
like
yeah,
that
but
we
that-
have is like we're creatures of habit.
Well, you're a creature of habit. You make me a
so
creature
we
of
can
habit.
eat the same things relatively. We mix
I
it
will,
up a little bit.
I will immediately, if you give me a new option, go with a new option. You
If
are
I
the
tell
person.
her pizza, she's like,
Yes.
"Oh fuck it."
If you tell me Italian food, yes.
I don't
But
like Italian food or pizza. So.
I love it.
Why is that? That I don't
it-
like it? Because you've ruined it for me.
Oh, you're so full of bullshit. You didn't like it beforehand.
No, I would eat pizza before. Now
Here's
I
the
hate
crazy thing: you still eat it at least once a week,
because it's either that or go hungry. That's my mom used to say.
or I tell you, figure it out. If you don't want pizza, figure it out.
Turkey sandwich.
So people have gained weight, which is fine.
Okay.
I think as people start to get back to the office, they feel like they need to worry about losing weight, which
Yeah.
isn't a fast cure, period. Or spending $1 gazillion on a new wardrobe.
I need a new wardrobe. I swear to God, I've been wearing the same. I have
Baby.
not bought a new
Baby.
fucking work
Baby.
dress. Granted, I literally go to work in cargo shorts every single day.
I
During the
know.
winter, it's like a pair
here.
of like jeans.
I'm here.
You're here.
I know
You
what
here
you
for
wear.
me? You're gonna
No,
pat me on the back.
I'm here. I see
I
what
didn't
you
know
wear.
if you're gonna like comfort me.
You know what I'm about to say? Bitch, shut up, because you could order some new clothes or go shopping. Don't just talk about it. Do it.
That's what I
Do
tell
it.
you, huh? Like, go get your nails done.
Go. Just go. Go to RalphLauren.com or Polo.com or
Ralph Lauren.
Izod.com.
You rich.
You rich,
Like-
bitch. You make more money than me.
Just want some Gap clothes.
Go to Gap.com.
Baby Gap.
Baby Gap t-shirts are not allowed anymore. Anyways, go order some fucking clothes and shut up.
Okay.
But so there was they started talking about like how do we combat this
Okay.
this weight gain,
This clothing.
weight gain
pandemic.
and returning to the office because I mean I read this one part of it and the girl was
The
like
COVID 30.
she said I returned to the office and every day I would come home with like almost a line that cut me in half because all my pants were too tight.
Can't you just
and
cut
I was
them and then
miserable.
put some like paper
No, but
clips in
you
there?
could probably do safety pins and leave it really wide, but then you have to hope your shirt doesn't come up. Yeah, been there, done that. I've
I mean,
been
hey,
fat and skinny.
we've
and fat and
all done
skinny.
that. Yeah.
But so
Not me,
some recommendations that I have for
collective.
people as you return back to the office and you find your clothes are tight.
Okay. What do
just
you do?
Buy a few key items. So don't go out and redo your whole
Because you're going to
wardrobe.
lose the 30 pounds you gained during
Hopefully. I mean,
COVID.
that's most people would hope.
All right.
So just buy a few. So go for things for nice blouses, jackets that might cover up clothes that are too tight. Measure yourself and buy clothes that should fit you appropriately. So if you're not going to shops and you're going to order online, make sure you're taking your new measurements and not buying what you're used to
But
buying.
you just go to like a thrift store and just buy a bunch of
That was
really
another one.
baggy shit.
Go get some used clothes because used clothes are amazing.
Right?
Don't be afraid of stretchy pants. This doesn't apply to men. I don't want you wearing stretchy pants.
What are the ones that are, what are the jean ones? Like the jean pants? Like the jean stretchy ones? There was a name for them.
The jeggings?
Jeggings. Guys could wear jeggings.
No, guys cannot wear jeggings because all we'll see is balls. But so go as women. Go. There are very nice, dressy, stretchy pants. So go buy some
Keep
stretchy
that
pants.
in mind, guys. You can wear
Buy them in
nice-
black. Buy them in gray. Buy like 3 pairs, then you'll be set for the week.
And you just rotate them.
Seriously, that's the thing.
Squirts.
Accentuate
Squirts a
the
thing?
positives. So if there's
Like your
something,
ball sack if you're a dude.
if you're a ball sack, maybe if your shirt's too tight but you got great boobs, no, I'm kidding. But find something that will take away from the part that's uncomfortable, perhaps. Embrace the wrap dress, which is
The what?
amazing. The wrap dress.
The wrap dress. So just a scarf around you?
No, so it's the dresses that you often see. They're fitted, but they have a tie, so you can make them as big or as small as you need to.
Okay.
What? I see that.
No, I'm just reading comments.
Take advantage of exchange programs. So
Exchange programs?
yes, thank
Is that
you.
what you tried to say?
I did.
Okay, just make sure.
So take clothes that don't fit you and buy clothes that fit you at a secondhand store. There are a lot of online places now where you can sell your stuff and buy stuff. And then just, be
Just have fun with it, guys, as I spit on my
well,
computer. Just have fun with it, guys.
be comfortable with who you are and don't try to fit into shit that doesn't make you comfortable because then you're going to be uncomfortable in your
No
own skin.
mediums.
No, Gregory. Get rid of some of your mediums. Get rid of some of your baby Gap shirts.
Gap shirts.
Get rid of them.
They're so comfortable.
No, when they're riding up, I'm like, yo, love.
Like it's a half shirt.
It is a half shirt.
That's because I got taller, though. It's not about that. Jumping in real quick. Let's jump into some entertainment. Thank you for the fashion corner.
Yeah, you got it.
Best fashion corner.
Shite.
Post pandemic fashion corner.
I'm saying shite now because I'm reading an Irish.
Fashion corner.
I'm reading an Irish book right now, and they say shite, not shit. And they said feck,
Do
not
they spell
fuck.
it? How they spell?
They say
Feck?
feck, F-E-C-K, and not fuck. But I
That's
think
because-
it's because
I think
they're
they're
Irish.
illiterate.
No, because I think they're Irish, so when they say fuck, it sounds like feck.
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 Feck. Feck you.
Fuck you.
WandaVision we just finished that on Netflix last
Did you like
night.
it?
That was pretty good. I did enjoy it.
I rather enjoyed it.
Ian did
I
not
cried
like it.
I cried at the end.
You did. You teared up.
I did. I didn't like it in the fact that it left me sad.
Did it leave you sad?
It left
Because
me
there's-
sad. You gave me
Spoiler alert.
You gave me
earmuffs.
that there's a vision thing that you think will happen. I think it's totally leading into a new
And then
movie.
the whole new Red Witch
I think it's
situation.
totally leading into a new movie.
That it was fun. It was entertaining
Ian
because
didn't like it for real.
No, he liked it, but there was some. He said it could have been a 2-hour movie versus a 6-hour.
Well, I mean,
fucking
it basically
8-hour.
was a 2-hour movie broken into 9 parts.
That's not 2 hours. Maybe
They were-
like 3.5.
I
Math,
mean,
whatever.
Fuck
Doesn't
you.
matter.
Fuck you, bro.
Because
Fuck
there were
you.
30-minute episodes. If you haven't seen
There were
it, go check it out.
25-minute episodes at
The last
max.
one was a much longer one. But it was pretty good. And then we watched the first episode of Loki, which was really cool. I think it's going to be a cool show.
I think I will like it
didn't
as we get
know if
into
I
it.
liked it.
I
and then
think
I
that
really liked it.
there were parts to me at first that didn't make sense, and I was like, oh, but he explained why they bring the character back
Yeah.
online, but the real person stays behind. So that helped me. I don't want to watch it till the whole series is out.
Okay, that's fair. So, good things. So, I watched a movie at the gym the other night. It's called Awake.
The woke?
Awake.
I'm kidding. You always say woke.
So, it was basically, it's a Netflix movie. It's
What's it about?
semi-good. It's kind of my
It's a
rating.
semi?
It's a 6 out of 10.
Okay, what is it about?
So it's
6 out of 10 ain't bad though. If you go look at a lot of the
not
Prime
bad.
movies, there's
So
6 out of 10.
an
Good ones.
EMP like from the sun.
Is this like in an Asian land?
No, this one isn't. The next show I've got is. This one is an EMP hits Earth and makes it impossible to sleep.
Oh, and there's one girl that can sleep. I saw the preview for that.
Yep.
It looked pretty fucking good. Is it a movie
It's a movie.
or a series? Okay.
It's a movie. And it's slowly basically driving everyone
Can't believe
batshit
you watched
crazy.
the movie without
I did
me.
not think you would want to see this one.
No, you should have probably talked to
I honestly,
me, Lisa.
I just threw it on when I was working out,
Yeah,
like when I was
you're
on
fired.
the mill.
You're still fired.
But it's decent. It's a good Sunday afternoon watch.
Yeah, it looks good. Like I saw it and I was like, and
The
then
end-
they take her.
Again,
and,
it's going to be an ending that you're going to be like, fuck that.
Oh no! If you see
I'm okay with it.
No,
You're going to be
I
like,
hate it when movies end and
So,
it's just a question mark.
It wasn't a complete question mark, but it was a question mark enough that you're going to be like, nope, fucking absolutely.
Fuck these
disappointed.
motherfuckers.
The other one, this is the Korean show that I'm watching. I don't even know how to say this. Sisyphus.
Bless you.
Yeah, it's in Korean, and this one is a time traveler. It's got this ass kicker girl that comes
I like it when girls
crosses. It almost reminded me, like the way they do things of
Crouching Tiger.
no.
Oh,
No. No, anyway, it doesn't matter. It was just, it's an interesting, they kind of go this cross paths in through time, and they're trying to save this one dude, but it's a weird, interesting Korean made
is it
movie.
subtitles?
No, it's in English.
Okay.
It's overdubbed,
Okay.
and I have to play the subtitles because the subtitles don't necessarily match up, and the subtitles actually make more sense than
We've
the
had that happen before.
overdub.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because there'll be a scene where she's just like in the sun and it's playing this absolute Korean melodramatic music and it's
Okay.
all lolly lolly da bullshit and you're like, okay, so what the fuck is that? You want to fast forward it a little bit to get to the ass kicking part
Do
where
you
she's
need it to
absolutely
understand some stuff down the road?
No, it's
Oh.
just there for fucking. If you're bored, I watch.
Maybe it's to give people a break from the anxiety that is caused from
There really
the
isn't a lot of
ass-kicking
anxiety.
Stuff? Okay,
It's just
I don't know. Trying to help.
It's just weird. So go check that out. Feel goods, Beth.
My bestie's in town.
Bessie's coming to town.
I haven't seen her in 2 years because of this COVID bullshit. She got here Tuesday and has been hanging with some work, doing some work stuff and work people. I get to see her tomorrow afternoon. Has
Hell
the
yeah.
half day.
Crazy girl, Steph.
Oh, she's my girl.
Yep.
She's my.
She'll be on the show on Friday.
This is the girl who will get me to do shit that nobody else can do.
Like anal.
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
Say that out loud?
Yeah, you did.
My bad.
I mean, she and I
Just
aren't going to
kidding.
have anal, so there's no way she'd talk
Wait a
me
minute,
into
that's
that. So, but
It's the end of the
she's
show, nobody's paying
here.
attention.
I'm super excited. I get to see her
It'll
tomorrow.
be fun,
at
yeah.
12,
So she'll be on the
12:30.
show on Friday.
Friday.
We're going to drag her ass up here.
We are.
And
She
she's
tried to
like-
already say she's going to make an intro and then leave. I'm like,
No.
negative, ghostwriter. So, she's my girl. I haven't seen her in 2 years. A little over,
know.
like 2 years this month. So,
So I'm glad.
super
I'm
stoked.
happy for you. So my feel good is Greg's feel good. Right here. So this is Peggy. She's a deaf sheep herding dog. So a
her
deaf
already.
border collie has reportedly learned how to herd sheep with nonverbal cues in Norwich, England.
They give her
The
hand
senior,
signals?
she's 9 years old, and she was adopted, and she learned how to, basically read some limited kind of sign language, like certain things like a thumbs
she looks
up.
so happy.
A thumbs up is to like you're a good girl kind of thing, like how to slow down, like palm down or stop or come this way or left or right.
It's probably very
To
common
literally
shit, too.
herd sheep.
And there's some innate.
Yeah. Oh, she's a border collie.
Yeah, there's
absolutely.
some innate.
And she's got siblings that have taught her as well. She kind of follows.
Oh my
it.
gosh,
But
I
it took a
love
long
it.
time. They said to train her because she's deaf, so she has to
It's
pick
weird
up on
that
the.
she's deaf because she's not. So if you guys don't know, a lot of times blonde, white hair,
it's just
blue eyed,
and they
is
don't know
deaf.
why she's deaf. It's just
She
could be a
looks so
genet-
happy.
a
Look at her
genetic kind of thing.
smile.
Yeah. So there's some other pictures out there. You could actually Google her name and find Peggy,
love
the
her.
border collie.
Can I follow her on Instagram?
I don't know if she has an Instagram. I just happened to find
Probably
it
does.
today. So it would really, I thought it was kind of cool. And
It's
then
cool.
my last one, this is just one that I'm just popping out there because it's my Lucy girl. It's our golden doodle that I figured I would just go
Where is she?
through.
Where is she?
She'll come up here in a second. So I just wanted to put this out there. I thought it was funny as shit. This is our golden doodle.
This is her
Lucy.
complete personality.
Yep, she's just playing with her ball in the backyard. So that's our golden doodle, and she is trained to
My
be
girl.
a
Therapy dog
as well. We need to get her back into it.
Well, because COVID hit, all this bullshit, a year and a half later, she's probably like, I don't even remember how to do that.
She does too.
She
so
does.
that's our puppy. But
She's my girl.
today in history, 1960, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho was released, scarring millions
So many
of Americans across the country. And then Tupac Shakur was born today in 1971, so R.I.P.
When did he die?
I don't know.
I mean, he was young when he died, obviously.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
he die in the 80s? So he was like
no, it wasn't the 80s. It was like
I don't know.
90s or some shit.
I
I
was
don't know.
guessing.
Anyway, I threw that out there. So, hey, thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks
and
for hanging with
out
us, guys.
tonight.
We know
It was
we made it a long show.
show. It was fun. Hour 35 minutes, and that may be a record for us. We're just
Wow.
shooting the shit all night, drinking beers.
I should not drink
You
wine
guys have
anymore
hung out
on
with
the
most
show,
of us
apparently.
most of the time. So go hit like, subscribe button on YouTube, and follow us. We appreciate it. Share the show with other people. Make a fire. Go do something good for each other. Go do something good for somebody you don't know. If you see somebody, your grandma needs a goddamn high five, go high five your
walk
grandma.
across the street. Walk across
See
the
some
street.
old lady. Needs to be walked across
Hey,
the
you
street.
see me and I'm drinking wine. Help me walk across the street, Ian.
Stupid. Be good to each other. Appreciate y'all. Thanks, military first responders. Without you guys, we can't do this. Ian, come get a beer after I eat my goddamn mac and cheese. Evan Haley, we miss you and we love you. Thank you guys so
He
much.
can come
We
over
appreciate
while
y'all.
we eat. He doesn't have to stay at his house. He can come inside.
No, stay in the garage. The bar is the garage. Good night, guys.
Peace
Have a
out.
great night. We'll catch
See you guys later.
Friday. Later, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.